This is Chris Kell with an explanation of our client planning tool for our maintenance client. Whereas we plan out 3 to 6 month phases and cycles for clients who are training for a specific purpose such as fat loss or muscle gain or whatever it may be, for a maintenance client we really just kind of cycle between two main focuses that we utilize to continue to progress them, just kind of based upon their hectic lifestyle. Now, first and foremost, really with the focus of their program, we're looking at strength training here only. Okay, as you'll see in a second, conditioning really comes down to how the client is feeling that day. So with this, we really look at only kind of programming variations within what we can control here. So with that said, we usually will cycle between two phases, what we call accumulate and intensify. In an accumulate phase, we're lifting lighter loads, the goal being more muscular hypertrophy, and that's going to be reflected as well in the rep and set range. Okay, and with that, a perfect example would be 3x, 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps, okay, for that month. Okay, for intensification or intensity, that's followed by a period of heavier weight lifting. Again, where we're trying to train the nervous system, we're trying to train heavier loads and just build our client stronger. We call it building the engine and then building the car itself. So we alternating between those two phases, a higher rep phase and a lower rep phase, really tends to have favorable effects in both strength and body composition. By the same token, sometimes we'll also look at their split as well. For a 2-day client, we're always going total body workouts, all right? But generally with this, we'll program one main lift that we're focusing on with these rep ranges, okay? So generally in day 1, it'll be an upper body exercise. Day 2, it'll be a lower body exercise. And with this client, you'll see that this is somebody with, fairly bad posture, okay? And one thing that I've done to kind of address this focus would be a pulling focus, okay? So the two main exercises here would be an upper body pulling exercise and a lower body pulling exercise. So you see I have pull focus here. So that might be something like a chin up and a deadlift of some kind. But with that, we're working the backside of their body, we're pulling them upright. We're still going to do a pushing exercise and a lower body leg exercise as well, but those are not emphasized. Generally with this maintenance client, we're going to pick one main lift of the day that we put most of the focus into. The other lifts are not so important. All right, now I've just listed. The other thing that I've done here is I've just listed the other, what I consider to be important variables in this client's program, in our maintenance client program. With this, we have core training where, in month 1, during our accumulate phase, we're going to focus a little bit more on stability exercises such as planks, dead bugs, and standing core work. Whereas, in our intensity phase, we go more towards exercises that involve torso flexion. For example, a straight leg sit-up or a reverse crunch, maybe followed by a couple stability exercises. A little higher intensity, but again, that way we're training both, stability of the core and then strength of the core as well. Right, and that's also reflected, going down to the last portion of our program here in nutrition. Generally, we're going to keep this client, if they are willing to do so, on a 3-week on, 1-week off cycle, where we're going dieting for 3 weeks, followed by a rebuilding period of 1 week. Okay, and again, you'll see that I've just kind of listed standard approach here in our nutrition section. Sometimes the client will follow this if they are given these done for you meals and snacks. Sometimes they will not, but if not, we just keep the section blank. But with that, again, this gives you just a simple way that you can program for your client without pulling your hair out. Really, the one thing that I've left blank here is energy system, because this is the last portion of the program. As discussed in our first video, this really comes down to the choice of the client. If this is somebody that is trying to lose fat, obviously we want to err more towards the interval heavier side, kind of based upon what the client is doing. Okay, by the same token, if this client's coming in hungover, or they have a stressful job or whatever it is, maybe we're doing more easier days with them. Maybe we're doing circuit training, just things to burn calories and just to get them moving around. In either case, that's kind of based more upon the client's condition as they come in. So, use the system that we discussed in video 1 to make good choices, and that is our client maintenance system.